Muskie Daily, Muskingum University's radio station turns 55.
Student Senate considers a change in campus restroom labeling.
And competency test results are in for a former Muskie accused of killing her newborn on campus. Thanks for joining us. I'm Peyton Patterson.
And I'm Chad Holmes. A former Muskingum University student accused of killing her baby on campus will stand trial. Emily Weaver of Clarington, Ohio, was found competent to stand trial after pleading not guilty by insanity during her July arraignment. Weaver is charged with aggravated murder, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence in connection. She is accused of tying her newborn baby in a trash bag, killing her due to asphyxiation on April 22, 2015. Test results show Weaver did not have a severe mental disease or defect that would have caused her the inability to know the wrongfulness of her crime. Weaver's trial date is scheduled to begin March 15th at the Muskingum County Common Pleas Court.
The village of New Concord is seeing an increase in drug use compared to previous years. New Concord Police Chief Trevor Hayes says officers are finding a variety of drugs in the village.
Yes, our arrests and citations for drugs from marijuana to meth, cocaine, heroin, it's all gone up. A lot of it's due to our officers being more alert to those type situations and watching for it and actually being more proactive. But a lot of it is, I think, the increase in use as well. So we're seeing, a big increase. It seems like marijuana is so common anymore that we're seeing it a lot. So we're trying to crack down on that. It was not legalized this last election, but so in the meantime, we're making sure we do what we can to slow that down.
Hayes also says there's an increase of marijuana use on Muskingum's campus. Muskingum University Police Chief Danny Vincent believes part of the increase may be related to the November marijuana legalization that was voted down.
Sophomore Harold Norsek was sworn in as the new gender and sexual minority representative for Student Senate this week. Norsek takes the seat after winning last week's election and leaves his old seat as the parliamentarian of Senate. Norsek said his goal is to help the growth of civil rights on campus.
We've seen a lot of advancements in civil rights across the country, but there are things that we see opportunities for growth here at Muskingum.
Another major goal for Norsek and the LGBTQ community is to have more gender-neutral restrooms installed on campus. There are currently just 2 gender-neutral facilities on campus, and according to Norsek, they are both in very inaccessible parts of the school.
Without creating any sort of detriment to the campus or creating any sort of lack of accessibility.
Today, January 28th, marks the anniversary of the Challenger space shuttle accident. Astronauts on the International Space Station take a moment to reflect on the tragedy.
Houston, as you know, today is NASA's Day of Remembrance when we formally recognize the sacrifices of the crew of the Apollo 1 fire, the Space Shuttle Challenger, and Space Shuttle Columbia disasters. As you guys are aware, today is the 30th anniversary of the Space Shuttle Challenger accident. So I'd like to just take a moment of silence and recognize the sacrifice of all those crew members and how their spirit and their legacy lives on in our achievement in space.
Washington, D.C. enacted a parking ban when the big snowstorm hit so snowplows could get through the streets. Since then, the city has handed out more than $1 million in fines. D.C. declared a snow emergency last Friday. The Washington Post reports as of Wednesday afternoon, the city has issued more than 5,000 tickets. Each of those cost the owners $250. The city also towed nearly 700 vehicles. Not counting the towing fees, the fines total just over $1.3 million.
Up next on the Muskie Daily, we have the story on a prestigious award recently given to a member of our music department faculty.
We also tell you about the plans to celebrate WMCO's birthday. Stay tuned.
We have the music. We have the cameras. we have the talent. Orbit Media, where the magic happens.
On the story. On the quad. On the scene. This is the Muskie Daily.
A member of the Muskingum faculty has been nationally recognized for excellence. Assistant Professor of Music Zebulon Hyben has been awarded the 2015 American Prize in Conducting, University Chorus Division. He conducts 3 out of the 6 vocal ensembles at Muskingum, including concert choir, chamber singers, and choral society.
Just to see what choir's all about, because Dr. Hyden's a very caring and kind person. He'll be willing to work with you, as will all the other students, but the professor, I think, is what really makes the class.
Hyben attributes his conducting success to the talent of his students.
Muskingum University's radio station is celebrating 55 years of broadcasting today. WMCO first signed on the air January 28, 1961. A simple 10-watt transmitter in Cambridge Hall has since transformed into the 1,300-watt station housed in Caldwell Hall. The station serves both the university and New Concord, keeping the community up to date with the latest in music, news, and sports. WMCO station manager Lisa Marshall says she has seen the station grow from her time as a student DJ to her time currently as a faculty member.
I love WMCO because this was my home away from home as a student, and it was the first thing I got involved with at Muskingum, and then my experience expanded into other things within media, but it's also part of my job. But it's something that I love to do, so coming to work every day isn't work.
WMCO is hosting Brood Awakenings this Thursday in celebration of 55 years on the air. The motivation for a birthday party came from the radio management staff as a way to not only celebrate the work that the organization has done, but also to thank the Muskingum University community for their support.
Have you ever wanted to hear what your professors sound like on the radio? Almost every Sunday from 6 to 8 in the evening, you can do just that. Faculty members from Muskingum University come into the Geyer studio to play their music each week and to talk about different things they like during a 2-hour radio show. They can come on by themselves or they can bring a partner with them. The eclectic faculty DJ program was started in the late 1980s by Professor of Psychology, Dr. Steve McGuire, but is now headed by Professor of Biology, Dr. Jim Dooley. Dooley has been involved with eclectic radio since coming to Muskingum in 1998, and like many DJs, had his early adjustments to make when joining staff.
Chances are it came from a puppy mill.
And I think, like most people, I was a little intimidated first, thinking that there would be buttons that I, shouldn't push or something like that.
You can hear Dooley and many other faculty DJs on WMCO Sundays from 6 to 8 in the evening.
Facebook is making more money off you than ever before. The social media site reported Wednesday it made more than $1.5 billion in profits just in the last 3 months of 2015. Facebook has more than 1.5 billion people who use the site each month. The amount that the company makes per person has grown 33% globally. In the US and Canada, Facebook makes more than $13 per user. You may have noticed some of the changes it has made, including adding live video and a more powerful search tool. The new features don't just keep people on the site for longer, they help Facebook learn more about its users and use targeted advertising more effectively. Stay tuned to the Muskie Daily because up next, Chris will be able to tell you if we're in store for more snow or sunshine.
After that, Crystal will have your update on all things Muskie sports.
This is Will Mullins, and I want to encourage you to watch Chapel on Orbit TV Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Thanks.
Find out what decisions are being being made at Student Senate that could affect your campus organization by tuning into Orbit TV on Tuesdays at 11 in the evening, and again on Wednesday through Sunday at 10 in the morning and 6 and 11 in the evening.
Welcome back to the Muskie Daily. Here's a look at the weather. Tonight's going to see a chance of snow showers starting around 8 this evening with lows around 24. There's a chance of precipitation around 40%. Tomorrow there will be some sunshine with a cool temperature of 33. For tomorrow night, partly cloudy with a chilling temperature of 24.
We have the music. We have the cameras. We have the talent. Orbit Media, where the magic happens.
On the story. On the quad. On the scene. This is the Muskie Daily.
The Muskie women took on Marietta on the road Wednesday in an OAC battle. The Muskies lost the battle 52-69, extending their losing streak to 7 games. Mallory Taylor led the way for the Muskies with a game high of 11 points. She also added 4 rebounds and had 3 blocks in the game. Olivia Bezanson added 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals to aid the effort. The loss makes the women fall to 4-14 on the season and still winless in the OAC at 0-11. The Muskie women host the Cardinals of Otterbein this Saturday. Tip-off is at 3 in the Rec Center. It was all Marietta early on as 10th-ranked Pioneers came into New Concord guns blazing to take on the Muskies in OAC men's basketball action. The Pios led big at the half, 56-37, before Jarrell Marsh took fire in the second half. Marsh found the shooting stroke from deep and made some pretty acrobatic shots on his way to a new career high in points on the night as he tried to bring the Muskies back. His night was highlighted by this outstanding slam midway through the half. Just look at how pumped the crowd got on that. Marsh put up 41 points in the game, finishing just 4 points shy of the school record for most points in a single game. But the Muskie comeback effort fell just short as they fell 108-97. The Muskie wrestlers go on the road to Indiana this weekend to participate in the Wheaton Invitational Friday and Saturday. The Muskies are coming off a tough dual loss to nationally ranked Baldwin Wallace Wednesday, but get some much-needed reinforcements this week. John Rao is coming back from his concussion this weekend and is ready to go for Wheaton to compete in his home state. After the break, we'll have updates on events going on in the community, including Muskie Gras and the upcoming blood drive.
We have the music. We have the cameras. We have the talent. Orbit Media, where the magic happens.
On the story. On the quad. On the scene. This is the Muskie Daily.
The Muskingum community will have another opportunity to donate blood to the American Red Cross next week. The Theta Phi Alpha sorority will be hosting a blood drive on February 4th in the Rec Center. Interested individuals are asked to book a time online on the Red Cross website. Walk-ins will be accepted, but the wait time is longer for these individuals.
Muskie Gras, the Student Senate's twist on the Winter Involvement Fair, is happening February 6th from 12 to 3 in the bottom of the Chess Center. The event will showcase the many clubs and organizations Muskingum has to offer in hopes to boost student activities. Registration is held on OrgSync. That's all for this episode of the Muskie Daily. Be sure to check back on Thursday for more news.
Or listen to WMCO Live for your latest news and updates. Have a great night, New Concord.